Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on Upptalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say Upptalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you're new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
This is the most widely used policy you will hear in any IM. Basically, generally, this is how we control access. If user has this access, user should not have that access. This is how we control. How many policies in real world there, like hundreds of them? No, like maximum 2, 3. I never saw this in the compliance module. If you see there are 3, it provides 3 features. One is policy. Second is your access certification. Third one is risk scoring. You can say 90% certification is widely used. Very rare people use this policy and risk. Risk is very rare. And with the policy, we'll see 1 or 2 policy maximum. That is basically a deadline. And it should be. That's it done, nothing else. The reason is, I tell you the real reason, because those guys were sitting there. They don't know about this business at all. They are not sure about the policy. I worked with many, the biggest client in the world from the USA. They are not sure what they have to do. They want. It's a great. Go ahead. First of all, for creating restriction rules and approval rules, this policy will be used correct. Restriction rules. What is that? Restriction in the sense, if you want only paper, it's kind of restriction. It's kind of restriction. Correct. Only 2 to 3 things would be used by the application. See, this is one policy. Inside this one policy, you can create more rules here. Yes, you can create more rules here. When you run this policy, ultimately this policy will be executed and it will evaluate all the rules that you can define here. But it will be in the and condition or condition like and in the sense that if you see, no, this basically in sequence, it will execute. But coming to the answer, you can select any other application here. It will not stop you. You can select the entitlement from the finance also. But you just should not have entitlement from finance application. You can select the application and same time user should not have entitlement for the track application. It will not stop you. This is a wizard. You can play with that and you can define whatever you want. It will at the end, it will simply basically whatever you define here. For example, if I go to debug page, whatever you define from the wizard policy. Track a study in the backend. Basically, what is that? You see this, it generates this logic in XL. It validates this logic in the backend. Basically, when you run this policy, whatever you define, it will generate this code accordingly and it will evaluate when you run that task. Check active policy. Yes, I understand. My query is like now we have given like 2 values, B user cannot have 2 else together. Now in the sense, like user from an country cannot order this particular or cannot have access to this particular value. We can define in the same rule or we have to create independent rule again for that application. You can define the same rule. It's your requirement. Let's same time you want to evaluate the other criteria as well. You can put in the same rule in the same rule. If you cannot fulfill here, you can go here. you can create a new, totally separate rule here. It's up to you. If you can, condition will come into picture when user should not have two values together and user should not be part of this particular region. Then your policy number will be less, but inside the rules, inside the policies can be anything. This is the situation, and this is very common. See people you know, like example, today a guy joined. Now guy has no idea what the hell is, what is this company? How? They're falling because the guy need to reach out to different people. Now other guys are not providing the complete information. The guy who joined, as I know decision maker, it's not easy job for them. I give you one more scenario. There were like 50,000 plus user in this same client. For those user in, like they were using Oracle to that time, the application status here. It was showing disabled. But on the target application, it was not disabled. You see 50,000 plus users. It's a big compliance, but I developed a one solution for that. I created a process, but when it comes to execute that process, every time this is we are not sure should be executed this or not. We are not sure if this 50,000 users are terminated or not. They have no idea about the data. This is you will see this when you work with big clients, you will see the decision making problem is one of the big challenge. They feel, if something goes wrong, they will be fired immediately. Access review is part of the 40%. What is not the 40%? What is the 40%? What is not? The party I'm thinking I can tell you what is in the 40%, but it will be difficult for me to tell you what is and what is not in 40%. See, this tool provide a lot of feature. Basically, the opinion of their multiple teams work. I know with this tool they provide a lot of feature here, but it is difficult to understand the feature, and when you want to use this tool properly, you should have to clarity on how this tool works. Second, what is your business use case? What is the business requirement? Then only you can do proper utilization. That's the reason. There are many features which is provided by SailPoint, but customer are not able to use that. But still, customer know few major things which is their priority. And every time, they're all the focus, and from the vendor side also, all the focus goes into those priority. For example, application onboarding. The first thing that they want to do is always do that or onboard all the application into one place, that is called application on building project. Second is automation of joiner mobile level, because they want to save a lot of manual effort and goals and error prone approach. They want to automate here and join a mobile level. Third one is your widely used, which is access certificate, access review. They want to review access periodically. Everyone should have access. They launch different campaign. Generally manager certification. If I'm the user, my access will be reviewed by my manager, like every month or every 3 months or every 6 months, whatever frequency they have. It will be reviewed by my manager. Now, same time, we also use different features like reporting in this advanced analytics, and this group. You can see your population and your asset policies, many things. But you see this alert. I never use this in any project. I never saw this, that someone is using this. You will see this, I didn't score application scores. I never saw this. Anyone is using this kind of feature. And by tool-wise, it provides a lot of things to the customer, but the customer always focus on the main thing, and that is not with the customer on the IAM domain. if you go to any other technology in the domain, and if you go to your own daily use cases when we go to market, we don't check all like everything every single day, and we don't check. For example, I recently purchased a laptop. My main requirement was I need a fast processor and I need a good RAM. I just looked at that particular thing and I purchased. I didn't see like how this front camera works out. Is this keyboard provide, backlight or the fingerprint is all is also that I didn't notice those things because my requirement was different. Same thing when we go for the purchasing a mobile. We particularly have a mindset over this other feature we need. Same thing with the customer when they choose a SailPoint. They have a mindset. This is the main thing that for me, purpose. We are purchasing it. We want to implement and see customer cannot implement it. Customer need to pay a cost to the vendor who will do the implementation again. Cost is required. They will only select those feature which they need like access review. These are the main topics like application onboarding, access review, your join, your mobile level automation. These are the three you can say. This is widely used and you will see these three feature in every single project, in every single SailPoint implementation. And also the aggregation from the authority system. When I say application onboarding means both authoritative plus non-authoritative. A target is only one. That's a one. Even if you provide a brief description on not part of what a person was. So it will be explaining regarding all the service and other things, which is not used frequently. I will. The course is designed like in general. It will be like covering 60-70% of features. For example, even I never use this alert. I don't know how it works. I don't know how this risk scoring I use for my own purpose, but I never saw this. We also try to focus on those things which is required for your job, for your interview, your day-to-day job. And when you are switching into SailPoint domain, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.